Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Ba 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 ba. What up? What up? Some key. How you doing? All right, here we go. Where's that button? Yep, that's the one. Why does this look so weird? All right. What time is it where you are? Oh, I just picked up some magic cards with their beautiful border art. Which cards did you get from where? 1 p.m. Oh, it's so you're 3 hours. Do you have a card shop near you? It's the new set Crimson Vow. Let me see. I saw. Wait, is it Skyrim? I thought it was Magic that was like werewolves too. I don't like, man, I remember when I was a kid, there was this one comic book and comics and Magic the Gathering and all sorts of cards, and they had Warhammer too. And it was called Artifacts. And ever since then, ever since that place closed down, I haven't been able to find like a good all around place that sells all of those things. Innistrad Crimson Vow. Do you buy the box of boosters? Do you buy it by the box? Yeah, you have to go across town for Warhammer. You got 2 set boxes. Nice. It's so funny because like, and the commander decks. Nice. I look at Magic the Gathering now and they have it on phone, and I remember being in high school and saying like I wish they had Magic the Gathering like as a phone game or as a Game Boy Advance game. And now that they have it, I just don't give a shit. I played it for a little bit on the computer and it's sick. Like Magic the Gathering Arena is pretty damn sick. But I can't keep up with it. It comes out so fast. That's the crazy part about hobbies these days, like Magic or D&D or whatever. It's like they come out so fast. Or like what's it called? Not D&D. Warhammer. I don't want to invest in the physical card game and the video game. Yeah, they're like they go crazy. And it's like if you like, for example, if you're into Magic the Gathering these days, it's like if you really keep up with it, you don't have time to do anything else. I feel like because they give you so much content. It's like the fuck. And then they like make you feel bad for like missing out on shit. It's like I don't know. And I say they make you feel bad because they come to your house and they're like, you missed out. And they leave. All right. So now that we're back to this drawing, that's why singles are so popular now. Stores just sell individual cards to make a profit. Wait, I mean, stores have always done that as far as I know, but did you see the holiday battle forces for Warhammer and 40K? No? What is that? Is it like some sort of themed thing? Like Christmas themed? It's like an army in a box. Oh, yeah. Holiday? Let me see. Holiday Battle Force boxes. Let me just... Age of Sigmar, Holiday Battle Force boxes. Oh. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Hey, Duskone, what's up? Yeah, they're huge. These things are huge. Shieldbreaker Strike Force. Purgados Mission. Omnissiah's Talon. Jesus Christ. They're like, alright, let's just put the start collecting boxes together with all the other crap. Jesus Christ. What are you supposed to do with this much plastic? This is like, I mean, everybody has their pile of shame or whatever. Mine consists of Warhammer 40K, Warhammer and, what's it called? And Gundams. But this is just crazy. Like, I think I own parts of, no, I don't own any of the Skitarii things, but I own like, oh man, some of the, okay, beat up your friends with them. Yo, I gotta admit, the Adepta Sororitas Battle Force, that's pretty sick. I feel like they kind of cop out by giving you 2 tanks, like 1 tank and then like a couple of what are those things that I can't remember what they're called. It's like a dreadnought, but there's like somebody tied to the front of it. Yeah, if I was gonna buy any of these, it would be the Sisters of Battle, just because I don't have any of them, and I don't buy Warhammer to play it. I just buy it to paint it. That's literally all I do with Warhammer. I just have it to have. The Penitence engine, that's it. Yeah. Like, why didn't they get... Why is there no Penitence engine in that box? Yeah, I feel like two tanks is a cop-out, and they look like rhinos. Yeah, they just look like rhinos with a couple things like switched up on them. Like, come on. The more I look at Space Marines, the more I understand why people are like, I'm over Space Marines. I can't even get into like the Skitarii though. They're too thin, too wiry. I don't like how the models look. Yeah, they're definitely special rhinos, but they're still rhinos, which is just like I bought a Chaos box set one time, and it also came with a tank. It's also a rhino. Like, you have three. You have three rhinos or three penitents engines. What do you have three of? I don't have any sisters of battle. Oh, you have three armies. But you probably buy them to play the game, no? Necron, 1,000 Suns, and Orcs. Oh fuck, you have 1,000 Suns army? Holy fuck. I don't think I've ever seen a full 1,000 Suns army. I love Orcs. If I were ever to build an army to play, it would probably be Orcs. Just because that the play style of Orcs seems to be the most close to my heart in terms of like that tabletop kind of gaming, like where it's just like, oh, there's so many dice, I don't care. Don't play as much as I would like. Yeah, no, I think that's probably why I never really tried to start playing Warhammer, is because I figured if it was already so hard to like find people just interested in it, like if the game turned out to be fun, like it would just be tragic knowing that I have this fun game that I never play. But just painting the figures is fun enough for me. There's always tabletop simulator. Yeah, which I have now. So let's try it out. I'd be super down to try it out. Damn, these boxes though, they're huge. Yeah. And then I look at Age of Sigmar and I just like, I can't even begin to care about it. There's just something about it that just like yeah, like maybe the Nurgle guys, but only with the mind, like with the thought of converting them into like 40k. Yeah. I guess the zombies kind of look cool. Nah. I'm only mad at Age of Sigmar because they got rid of Tomb Kings. Yeah, why did they get rid of Tomb Kings? It's like they replaced them with the Mortisan Tithe Echelon. And it's like, these guys are just stupid. Like, just because you give them a nigh unpronounceable name doesn't make them cool. Okay. They overlap too much with vampire counts. Tomb Kings overlap with vampire counts? I thought they were drastically different. The way they changed the armies made them redundant for a less popular army. Oh, I had a question about Warhammer, I guess, in general. So if you, I mean, you play 40K. If you want to go to like your local hobby shop and play with your homies there, or maybe not, they're not your homies, they're just like some people who are there. How do you agree on which rule set to play off of? Because it's like, I'll show up with this. And what are you guys going to do? You going to kick me out? This is the rule book after all. So they'll make you play the newest edition. How dare they, those. Ugh. The most modern one. So, is it kind of annoying? Is it annoying keeping up with the rules, or is it fine? Does it matter? Do you care? Any thoughts or opinions on that? Oh, I was asking if how you feel about the just like the constantly updating rules. Is it hard to keep up with? Do you not care? Is it easy? Is it good, bad? It's good from the perspective of making the rules work, but it sucks for the wallet. It sucks for the wallet in terms of, do they get rid of, do they make a lot of older models not work? Is that why? Like can the older models not be used? And also, if you show up with a game that doesn't have like, if you have like converted minis that aren't all Games Workshop, will people be like, oh, that's not the rules? Game Workshop changed their strategy for new editions so that they were less reliant on selling new books. So new models get their own sheet until a new book comes out. But like, for example, like you just said, the what's it called? The Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings are out. So if you have a Tomb Kings engine, or not, sorry, if you have a Tomb Kings army and you want to play with it, nobody's going to play with you? Is that what is that how it looks? Like, for example, if you have a Tomb King, if I have a Tomb King army and I show up to a place to play, What are people gonna tell me? Go home, loser. In casual play, you can usually play with non-standard models, but tournaments... Oh, okay. Well, tournaments, yeah. Tournaments, I understand. I'm talking about just playing with people you don't know, but in like a public setting. Like, what are the best practices, I guess, so to speak? Because I'm sure there's some communities that are like very strict on non-games workshop stuff. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why you would be like that. Like, why that would matter if it's just for the fun of the game. Oh, so there's store rules too. Okay, that's good to know. I've never played anything competitively tabletop. Like, that's a lie. I played Magic the Gathering once at my local card shop, and I was like, I think 12, and I just got killed in the first round because I was a 12-year-old that I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah, but other than that, no, not much experience. When there's like a sample of somebody saying something over and over, I can't only listen to it for so long. Play with friends mostly, so one guy plays Imperial Guard with Army Men. Does he really? That's pretty funny. I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, if you're just playing a game, then it doesn't matter. I remember when I was a little kid and I played with Micro Machines, I would build forts for them. And I always wished that there was some kind of rules that I could have implemented to like play war games. And I didn't know about all these things that existed already because I was a little kid and didn't have the internet. That's pretty good though. Army men work in a pinch if you're an Imperial Guard. Desk one's out. Desk one's like, I'm slapping. I'm sleeping. I don't think I ever have. Please keep going. I have a friend who's working on his one tabletop skirmish game. It's pretty sweet. It's about playing as skeleton cultists. That is pretty cool. Tabletop skirmish game, kind of like would Necromunda be considered a skirmish game? You play as an individual cultist and try to beat the crap out of other players. Seems like a fairly standard scenario for a cultist. But you said it was a skeleton cultist, so there's got to be something to do with the. Is there some kind of cool gameplay element that revolves around being a skeleton? Like you get to interchange your body parts or something? It's a great idea. I'll tell him about it because you can pick up items on the map. Yeah, you should. If you're in a skeleton, you should be able to like, change out your arm or your leg, That way it makes it a little bit more interesting than just like picking up some armor. I was thinking about something like that. Like if you're a robot or a skeleton, yeah, it would be cool. It's based off of the Shadow of the Demon Lord rules, so you are trying to vie for top cultist position through murder. It's called Crucible for now, but it's pretty dope. That sounds pretty cool. Based off Shadow of the Demon Lord. That's that... Wait, that's not that victim of the victims of the Demon Lord, is it? Is that a different thing? Victims of the Demon Lord? Shadow of the Demon Lord? Oh, same game. Oh, okay. It's another mug of coffee. There we go. Victims is the intro version. Oh crap. That's so funny. They're like, here, you can't handle the full version. There we go. Beebosloth, you come up with names for them? Oh, for these guys? No, I don't. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about what to draw on the walls, really. I guess some more portholes. Scuba girl. Yeah, I was trying to do like a pinup of like a scuba like thing, but I can't seem to do it. Not enough space. I mean, it's plenty of space. I just can't do it. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you mainly sketch men. I don't think I've seen many females so far. Well, I used to sketch more females. I don't really anymore. I think the reason for that is when I did draw girls, I was single, and I think now that I am engaged to be married, I don't really draw girls or the female form as much because I don't know. I mean, for a lot of the women that I did draw before, I would use references, and I guess now I just don't look. I guess I just don't. I don't know. I'm not really good at drawing either either men or women with the skin still on. Like I draw this kind of like I can draw the form of the body, but like I've never been good at drawing females. That's one thing that is just straight up true. It's just kind of it's one of those things that fits into the category of just things that I don't practice, and therefore I'm not good at it. I suck at drawing men. Yeah, it's just I guess what we're used to seeing in the mirror, or I don't know. Yeah, and personally, if I'm like, I don't know, this might be a little weird, but if I'm drawing like an attractive looking female, I also start to feel kind of aroused. So the less I draw attractive looking females, to me, the better. And I've kind of actually wondered about that, is like there's a lot of artists who just draw like hot chicks, like from video games and this and that. And I've never like known what those artists look like. I don't know if they're male or female or what, because I'm sure they're all sorts of different types of people. But one thing about Twitch is that I get to visually see what kind of people produce what kind of work. And yes, after seeing the type of people that produce the different types of work, I have more questions. I thought I'd have less, but I have more. I don't know. I feel like people always expect me to look like some like tattooed guy when they see my work. They're like, "Oh, he draws skulls. He must be some tattooed bro guy." And it's like, no, I just look like some regular dude. If it gets you going, it'll get everyone else going too. Well, it's like there's people who draw like erotic art, and it's like if you're drawing erotic art, okay, like while you're drawing it, either you're aroused or you're not aroused. If you are aroused, it means that what you see, you like what you see, so you're aroused. If you're not aroused and you're drawing erotic art, that means you've seen I guess what I'm trying to say is that you've seen this so many times that your brain is just not aroused by it anymore. So I guess that raises further questions of like, if what arouses most people does not arouse you, then what does? But don't tell me, because I actually don't want to know. These are all what are they called? Rhetorical questions. Rhetorical. I've only met one person drawing erotic art, but he was gay, so I guess he liked the woman form, but was not aroused by it. Yes. Okay. More like aspiring to it or whatever. Okay, so that's another thought that I had, is that like some of these artists might be like gay or I forget the whole. There's so many letters to the acronym now. But yeah, so exactly what you said. Basically you appreciate the human form, but you're not attracted to it. Yeah, like for example, I appreciate the masculine form, but I'm not attracted to it. Yes, thank you. LGBTQI plus. Wait, is there a plus now? Or is that just because there's going to be more? Hey, what's up, Randy? Thing to do. What's up? Gonna do some things. Yeah, as you can see, we're there's always things to do. The only erotic art I want to see people draw are pregnant Sonic. I have seen that. There was this dude who wore like a Sonic medallion or a Sonichu or something. And he had like, oh God, there was like some whole saga about this guy who was obsessed with like Sonic. Oh. I don't usually spend this long on any picture. I guess I'm pushing my limits in terms of my patience, my own patience, and what I can do. When I draw women, I try to make them look badass, or whatever the theme is in my head. And I would show them to other people, and they thought they looked hot. And I said to myself, wait, people think this looks hot? Yeah, because badass women is hot. I mean, you've seen Alien. Sigourney Weaver is super hot. Don't tell my fiance I said that. She already gives me shit for thinking Sigourney Weaver is hot. Yeah, because I think strong, powerful women is hot. Strong, powerful anybody, women, men, strong, powerful people. I think we find that attractive. It's just it's ingrained in us as a living being on this planet. The strong survive. Therefore, there's something attractive about, strength. That's why I spend upwards of 10 hours in the gym every day. That's why you get this unique blend of huge muscles and elite physical fitness you see before you. I don't just... This isn't just God-given, muscles. I had to work for this. She is badass, and she saved the cat. Dominatrix artist is my profession now. Then nice. Insert gif of SpongeBob flex. I love that episode of SpongeBob where he gets the inflatable arms, and he goes to the bar, and he's like, puts his like hand on the bar, and somebody like puts a glass on his hand, and he can't even like get his hand out. Yeah. I love it. See a little something over here. Oh, hell yeah. Oh shit, Beebosloth. All right. So before I start inking this in, I'm just going to take a quick little smoke break. Because, oh yeah, did I tell you I got the best job in the world today? So my fiance works for, she's a marketing director of Mojave Cannabis. And she was like, you know how you're always describing what your weed smells like and whatever? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you think you could like do that for us? And I was like, what, you mean like sample it and then describe it? And she's like, yeah. I was like, when can we start? So this morning I woke up to a fresh jar of weed that I had to review. I'm gonna go continue that review. A BRB. Dude, Subkey, send me your address. I can send you some, bro. I will. Shit, I'm going to the post office later today. Just DM me on Instagram what your address is, and I'll send you some. I'll hide it, dude. I'll hide it so that Ohio won't even like find out. Yeah, exactly. It won't be like, it'll be like I'm just sending you some candy. All right, be right back. Haha, chugga chum chum. Yeah. All right, now we're back. Let's do some line work. Let's the thing with mail is that as long as your mail isn't leaking or marked that it has perfume or a lithium battery or anything in it, and it doesn't smell like a dead animal, it'll get to where it's going in the United States. There's far too much mail in circulation for a normal looking package to just be picked off the line. Maybe I should zoom in for this part so it's less boring. Oh, god damn it. I have to set up the goddamn sound alerts so that you guys can notify me when I'm out of the thing. Out of the frame. Alright, so I'm just gonna move it over here a bit. And to remind myself not to draw lower, I'm gonna put this brush right here. And that way, there we go. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Oh no, I mean the whole point of the stream is for people to be able to see what I'm doing. I mean that's the point of the stream for me, is to be able to share what I'm doing with people. I've realized something about streaming. When I first started, I was trying to do things that were entertaining, and that didn't work. Like I tried to draw things that I thought were cool, like for when I started with YouTube, I was using color and doing all different stuff and whatever, and tutorials and this and that, and that didn't work very well. And then when I started here, I also had the same mentality. Okay, I'll just do like stuff that I think people will like, and it didn't really work for Slothtober. So now I'm just gonna approach it as like, I'm just gonna draw and do things on here that I would need to do for practice regardless. Because I guess it's not so much about entertainment. I mean, I seem to be failing at entertaining people, so I might as well just practice, right? So I guess I have a much more relaxed outlook on streaming now. It doesn't stress me out as much because I just know that I'm not gonna have like any more than 5 people watching, and it just kind of it really doesn't matter in terms of like, see, if I was getting paid for it, I guess it would like matter, but since I'm not even getting paid for it, it's just like, just do whatever I need, like just practice basically. And for practice, I've always wanted to draw stuff like bigger scenes kind of. I've always wanted to be able to do it. Practicing this kind of stuff is hard because it takes time. And it's like, well, what do you do with the picture afterwards? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I'm stoked to be able to draw this kind of cool underwater scene. Much love from Brazil. Following your work some time now. Saw your rage at Instagram and shit. Keep up with all the good work and art. Hey, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I guess they could be used in some kind of portfolio and whatnot. Don't know how art stuff works, to be honest. They are cool drawings. They could be used to show off the work. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting how art works nowadays, because the whole for an artist to be successful, they need people to see their work. And so a lot of artists use social media because that's at the moment, the best way to get people to see, art. So, yeah, when somebody whose profession is illustration or art or something, every time they sit down to draw something, the reality of the situation is that whatever they produce could potentially be monetized because of, they're like, that's what they do. So, I mean, in my case, every time I sit down to draw something, a question in my head pops up like, am I drawing something that is going to be, made into something to be sold? Which I think is a terrible way to, sit down and look at your work or start the creative process. And so that's why I was trying to recalibrate here and just start doing stuff that I like and not worry about whether it's going to make me any money or not, but just enjoy what I do. Because I think that there's a lot of artists out there nowadays who allow what they draw to be dictated by the platforms that they're on and the people. People vote with their likes, and artists look at what does well, and there are some artists who continue doing what they like to do, but there are some who look at what gets the most likes and they chase that high. However you want to do it, it's up to you. I did it that way for a while. That's basically like how Beebosloth started, was because I was trying to kind of break into the art kind of game, because I've always liked to draw, and I've had an Instagram with like art stuff on it for a few years before Beebosloth, but I could never get anybody to pay attention to it because there was no uniformity in the work. It wasn't my work wasn't bundled like a product, like a brand that people could like easily consume and kind of look at one that was similar to the rest and kind of be like, oh, I get it. Whereas before, all my work was different. Like, you would look at my portfolio and it was just a mess. Like, it would be like drawings of tanks, drawings of skeletons, drawings of armor, like all sorts of just bizarre shit all over the place. No uniformity. So after doing some thinking, I realized that like to get eyes on my work, I'd have to focus on just one thing hard. And it happened to be black and white skeleton illustrations. I've always been obsessed with death and like thinking about it and stuff. So skeletons have always kind of popped up in my drawings. I think that's kind of just something artists think about a lot, maybe. Who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe it's everybody. Anyways, so what I'm saying is that with all that in mind, It's important to spend your time on this planet doing what you actually like to do and not things that you think people want you to do. I don't know. That might sound stupid, but whatever. And it's like I did that as well, like with when I was growing up. I was miserable for years because I was getting regular jobs and just doing that because that's what I thought my dad wanted me to do, you know, because that's what he always said. You know, get a job, working hard is good. I didn't realize I could work hard at the thing I was passionate about. It's not easy to make a career out of creating something, especially in the day and age where it's so easy to fabricate a reproduction of pretty much anything. It's hard to be original, and if you do come up with something original, it's very difficult to keep it yours. Alright, so we've got this part kind of done. Can add all those little marks and things later. Alright, let's just get over here a bit. The reason why I keep going down is because every time I skip around when I'm drawing something is because I'm getting close to something that I don't want to draw. And generally straight lines are something that I don't like inking, so I go and I try to find something else to do. Sounds about right to me. Yeah, so and it's interesting to go through life for so long and to not I didn't think about these things for so long. Didn't think about like why I was like depressed or miserable. I just kept like drinking and, you know, doing crap that wouldn't fix anything but just made it feel better in the moment. And it's like, yeah, I spent years just going from job to job thinking that is what my dad wanted me to do. And it's like I was miserable for no reason. So if you're miserable for no reason, take a step back and analyze, why do you do the things you do? Who are you doing them for? Are you doing them for you? Are you doing them for somebody else? And if you are doing them for somebody else, why? Yeah, the earlier you realize moment pleasures are not worth it, and that the hard path is going to be much more honorable and better. Like Heisenberg admits some point in Breaking Bad, he's done everything for him. that has done everything for him, it all changes. I haven't watched Breaking Bad, but I mean, I have watched it. I have watched a bit of the first season, but I think I know what you're talking about. Um, like once I figured out that I was unhappy because I was doing, uh, I wasn't like doing what I wanted to do with my life, and I changed that. Now I'm no longer unhappy because of that. I can now be depressed because of existential things and because of the inevitable collapse of I don't know, of our natural world. I could be depressed about how people think education is a waste of time. What, Mickey? Yeah. Plenty more time to be depressed about pollution and other things I don't like to think about. Deforestation. Just how little empathy people have for pretty much anything. How little empathy people have for our natural world. It's just like it's it's bizarre. Better be depressed by other people's doing than your own. Yeah, true. Well, that's yeah. I can only do so much. Like, just not buy certain things. Try to recycle. I don't even know if it goes in, like, if stuff gets recycled. Starting to experiment with, like, composting. My friend said to build a worm box. A box kind of like compost, but let the worms do it, which sounds awesome. Sounds a lot faster. Turn this for a sec. I guess I'm just surprised by how little people think about or talk about how much time we have left in terms of like the climate. And realistically, we have about like 20 years. And that's based on some pretty good science. You can look it up. You just look up, basically just Google like how much longer can the world sustain human life? How much time have we got left based on like resources and things like that? And it's about 20 years. So it's kind of scary that more people aren't like, oh, we really should change some shit about how we live. But nobody seems to even talk about it. It's pretty terrifying. Like, there's a few people that know about this, and they're getting prepared. Myself being one of them. But, like, it's a really serious problem if our climate, like, picture like you have a plot of land, and you have a house on this plot of land, and you have to grow food there too. And you only can survive if you can grow this food. But if our planet gets a little bit too hot, you can't grow food. Certain things just stop happening. And all of the freaking delicate ecosystems that we don't even think about or know about, all the different insect and plant, animal, whatever kingdoms that, I mean, they'll find a way to adapt. They'll be fine in the long run. But humans, it doesn't take a lot for a lot of humans to die really quick, and it's just lack of food. Like, we can survive off of Terrible Amber, thank you for the follow. I like to think we're starting to get there. Yeah, it's a lot slower than it should be because it's being suppressed. And it's sad. It's sad that people have such a distant relationship to the planet that they were born on. Like, if you could picture yourself going to another planet, and somebody, and you as a representative of your planet, people, you go over there and people on, or the creatures on the other planet are like, so like, what are you proud of about your planet? Like, what is your planet, what can it do? And it's like, our planet can do so fucking much. We have such biodiversity and so many beautiful things on this planet. But it's like, the majority of the people, if you sent them to another planet as a representative, they'd be like, well, we have iPhones. And it's like, that's not our planet. That's not a good representation of like humanity or like what we can fucking do. Like technology and computers and shit. It's like, yeah, it's great, but what is our planet like truly fucking capable of? It's nature. Like, look at how every single goddamn like mechanical and technological innovation has been like produced by looking at nature first, being like, oh, look what nature did, and let us try it in our way. So like, the fact that we look at our own planet as like a fucking alien planet, like going camping is like this fucking like expedition for most people, that most people can't even do it because it's like so crazy to go outside. Like, it drives me fucking bananas. It pisses me off to no end that people are so foreign to the soil that they were born on. It's depressing. It makes me sad. like going outside is a fucking chore. It's like you live on the planet. Like what? You should be lucky to be able to go outside. I'm just talking about what did you walk back into? You walked back into me raging about how people have so little connection with the fucking planet that they live on. Because nobody gives a shit at all about. I mean, like some people do. Sorry, some people do, but it's like I find myself. I was at this like event the other day, and I was trying to talk to somebody about just like plants, and the guy was looking at me like I was a fucking retard. And I realized that even I didn't really give a shit about a lot of plants or nature until like I had a backyard to where I could like interact with it. So it's like the more you stay inside, the more and the less you interact with the outdoors. It's like the easier it is to destroy it, and the easier it is to have zero empathy for it. All right, let's get this part down here. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong. I played Donkey Kong for years, but I gotta let you know, I've never gotten it on like Donkey Kong. I've never thrown a barrel at anybody. I've never ridden an ostrich. I've definitely never stomped on a crocodile. Is that a bucket list item for me? No, I was just naming things that happen in Donkey Kong. No, I don't really have a bucket list. That's not. It's not some. I love making lists, but that's not one that I've gotten around to making yet. I want to make a bucket list that just has my favorite list of buckets. Because it's funny, I do love buckets. I found a Home Depot bucket in a bush one time, and every time I see a Home Depot bucket, I freak out because I love them. I love orange buckets. I have a water collection bucket outside. It's white. It's got a pouring spout. I got a blue Lowe's bucket in the garage. It's with my Home Depot bucket. Then I have a yellow bucket in the garage too, and then a small red Lego bucket, and then another gray bucket outside that I found in somebody's garbage that was full of paint. Oh yeah, there's a lot of things you can do in Donkey Kong. You beat the shit out of crocodiles and lizards and snakes and all sorts of other animals. You swim in sewage. You ride on different animals. Shoot out of barrels. Get hit by barrels. Donkey Kong is absolutely insane. Jesus Christ. 2.5 hours. We have 4 people. Well, the Twitch algorithm just does not favor. That does not favor me. Those buttons are super wonky. Appreciating the little details. Well, we got a fair amount done today. Oh man, it's so funny. I get, let's see, I draw for almost 3 hours here. I have 3 people watching. And then if I take the time to upload it to YouTube, then I get like, let's see, how many views do I get on it? 5 views, 17 views, 17, 2 views, 11 views, 10 views. So, as you can see, things are doing fucking great. Yeah, no, and the thing is, it's like, it's tough to have a good time if I look at how many people are watching, because it's like, yeah, the truth is, it's hard to have a good time because it's like, if I only have like 3 people watching, or whatever, 5 people watching, like, I'd rather just like have like The Office on or something, because it's like, I feel like people are just pity watching at this point. Wow, I have -7 subscribers on YouTube. I lost 7 subscribers. Huh. I checked yesterday, it was -3. Or, sorry, it was -2. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, it's hard to have a good time, huh? I try to convince myself that I'm having a good time, but I'm not, so. Oh, we could raid over to Cody. He's cool. Yeah, we had a great conversation. We did. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. See ya.